A huge track and field event that is coming to Des Moines starting tomorrow, and we have the Drake Relays director in studio with us, Blake Bolden. And the reason Drake Relays director is involved is because that's where it's being held, over at Drake.
That's right.
What is going on?
Another world-class track and field meet at the Blue Oval. You know, we've got that more than a century tradition of hosting one of the world's best track meets. And then we obviously host that state track and field meet that was really fantastic this year. And like that was the culmination for the high school students across the state of Iowa. This is the culmination of the season for the best athletes, really Team USA, the best athletes across the country. So they're all preparing for the championship that starts tomorrow.
So you're talking Team USA as in the Olympic Team USA.
That's right. Actually, we have 70 Olympians from Rio who will all be here in Des Moines competing for a national title.
How cool.
Yeah, 14 American record holders. So really and truly, and USA is really known worldwide as the world's best track and field team. And that team is coming to Des Moines this weekend to start their preparation for the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo.
Unbelievable. But you kind of have to ask the question, why Des Moines? I mean, these guys could literally train or do an event like this anywhere. Why here in Des Moines?
Yeah, well, Des Moines, we obviously have that rich history of the Drake Relays and a fan base that's not only knowledgeable but passionate about track and field. And we also have one of the world's best track and field facilities. You know, the renovation that took place in 2006 elevated it to truly one of the best in the world as far as competition and certainly the seating and capacity to host an event like this.
Now, in case people forgot, tell everybody how much was invested into the track over at Drake.
Yeah, so that was a $16 million investment in 2006, and then in 2016 another $2 million went in for a brand new video board and a new track and field surface. So the brand that we have there is called Mondo, and it's among the very, very fastest tracks in the world, the surface. And this is the second year for that track. So it's really the second year after the sun has hit it for a little bit. They say it's the fastest. So we really anticipate.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you want it when that coefficient of friction is still very high, but it's had a chance to set on the surface for a little bit. So we anticipate American records, and there's a couple events where world records at stake.
What do you think is up for grabs? What do you think is at stake?
You know, so well, the interesting, compelling storyline is Shelby Houlihan, who's from Sioux City, so she has family in the area as a fan base here. She's running the 1500 and the 5000, so she's done it before where she's won 2 national titles at the same championship.
Yeah, there she is.
Oh yeah, exactly. There's one of the championships she's won, and she was an Olympic finalist in 2016. She's going to be coming back to take on Jenny Simpson, who in April set an American record in Des Moines. You know, she's a 2-mile American record holder. She's a past world champion. They're going to clash, and they both have Iowa ties. Yeah, there's actually Jenny right there. That's the moment that she set the American record for 2 miles, and that was the start of what has been an extraordinary season for her. So these two of the world's best runners, both from Iowa, are going head-to-head in the 1500, and then Shelby will turn around at the same meet and try and win the 5000, where she'll be faced by Carissa Schweitzer, who Carissa is one of the brightest stars in college track and field. She set the collegiate record for 3,000 meters, and just 2 weeks ago she won the NCAA championships for 5K. So the NCAA champion from Dowling Catholic going head-to-head against Shelby Houlihan, who's also from Iowa. So those are really compelling storylines for our local community.
As I say, you got to love those local ties.
That's right. When we see, I mean, at least 2 of those women, well, 2 of them have been Olympians, and when we looked at 2020, it's quite possible that all 3 will be in Tokyo.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's right. And then we've got world records that are at stake. You know, that men's shot put, Ryan Krause, he was here in Des Moines a couple times already. In January.
Yeah, look at this guy.
Yeah, he's as big and strong and fast as any athlete you'll ever find. You know, we had him come to Des Moines in January when Drake Relays tickets went on sale. He came for a promo event, and he did a slam dunk contest. And a lot of folks didn't think that he was going to be able to put it down. But what I saw him just practicing a warm up. He was in jeans and flats, like just sneakers, not even really athletic shoes. And he grabbed the ball and two-handed and put it down very easily on about 2 steps. And then he came that night at the basketball game and really put on a nice show. So he's an extraordinary athlete that has a fan base here. And really, he's already this season set a record for the most throws goes over 22 meters. So internationally, the metric system is how we measure, but that's over 72 feet. So, you know, he's at a class all of his own in how he competes, and really no one's thrown farther than him in the world. So it'll be a special show, not only on the track but in the field.
Wow, unbelievable.
Another one of the events that people really look forward to are hurdles, and it looks like you have the potential for breaking some records there too.
That's right. So we have the world record holder in both the women's hurdles and the men's hurdles, and they'll be faced by world-class fields. So on the women's side, that's Kenny Harrison right there in the middle of the track. She's won the Drake Relays the last 3 years, which is an incredible feat in and of itself. But she truly is among the very best athletes in the history of the sport. The world record holder in the women's 100 hurdles. She's going to face a world-class field. The women's 100 hurdles in the U.S., I mean, really, I mean, it's probably an overstatement to say this, but whoever makes that team in 2020 are the 3 favorites for gold, silver, and bronze. And,
really?
And that, yeah, it's the I mean, almost every year over the last decade, Americans, you know, including Lolo Jones over that last decade, if you're in the top 5 in the U.S., you're probably in the top 5 or 7 in the world. So out of the top 10 in the world every year, 7 or 8 of them are Americans, very typically. And those athletes will be here in Des Moines gearing up, like I said, for the Olympics and World Championships next year.
Yeah,
that's
and
incredible.
A lot of these folks that were just in the most recent Olympics and then planning on going to the next batch of Olympics, and then the athletes that are coming up shooting for those Olympics.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, so there'll be a lot of fun storylines. We have about a dozen Hawkeyes, Cyclones, and Panthers that'll still be representing our schools here in Iowa. And one of the examples that I like to frame on this one is Jacob Smith. He's a sophomore from UNI, kind of small in stature, but he's fast, over 400 hurdles. So when you see a guy that's not particularly tall, I mean, Lou, he's about your height, and
really?
he can hurdle. And it's pretty fun to see him. And he's had a breakthrough season, and he's going to be going up against you know, the legends in the sport. So like Bershawn Batman Jackson. So Batman was literally our poster child for the Drake Relays. So it'll be fun to see Jacob, who's, you know, 20 or 21 years old, having a breakout season, running alongside, like, literally probably, you know, his heroes in the sport. So it should be
what an incredible opportunity.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
So when does everything kick off? Because you're enticing us all with
it sounds
showing
cool.
up. When does this all take place?
It'll be a great weekend here in Des Moines because we've got the U.S. Track and Field Championships Thursday, Friday, obviously the iCub Saturday night, but you could, on Saturday, you could do both. You could go to the track meet. It ends at 5, and then you could still make it down to Principal Park. So
hey, I like the way you think.
Yeah, and then the arts fair in the morning. So this weekend, it's you know, when I've been talking to friends nationally, there's a lot of folks that are coming to town that are really excited to get a taste of all that Des Moines has to offer: arts, sports, and of course track and field. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, everything gets going at the Blue Oval.
Unbelievable. If we want to get tickets, are they still available, and how do we get them?
Absolutely. We don't anticipate a sellout like the Drake Relays.
Okay, that was the next question.
But we do think that you should get those tickets soon, just especially with everything that's going on in Des Moines, to just plan your weekend.
Right.
And it looks like the weather's going to be good. Saturday and Sunday were the 2 big days of the championship.
Okay.
So DrakeTix, TIX.com/USATF is the best source of all the information, schedule and tickets.
Wonderful. Well, this is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend for Des Moines.
Des Moines blessed to have another incredible event at the Blue Oval. So congratulations on everything that's going on.
USA Track and Field Championships.
That's right.
Firing up tomorrow. Blake,